over at our Real Investment News Desk. And right now, markets are starting to open up here just a bit as we kind of get things underway. The Dow's up 42 points. The Nasdaq's actually flat, and the S&P up 3. I am close. We are now 6 points away from my target of 2,700 by Christmas. So all I got to do is if we can get tax reform done today, I'm going to hit my target 2,700.
You think it's going to happen?
I think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to get there. 2,700 by Christmas.
It's exciting.
There we go. So what you got this morning?
All right. So I did want to talk about something with you, Lance. So U.S. housing starts, we talked about this a little bit earlier, rose last month to the highest level in more than a year, driven by gains in single-family home building in the South and in the West. Housing starts rose 3.3% in November from the prior month, a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 1.297 million. Building permits dipped from recent highs. Single-family starts are now at their highest since 2007, and additionally, single-family permits are also the highest since 2007. Lance, one of the things I wanted to know and ask you, probably a complicated question, but if you can explain how household debt could be so high, in addition to having a lot of the low wages come out in the past couple of months, but single-family housing starts are now this high. How does all that kind of played together?
Well, so first of all, remember that a lot of home builders, they're building subdivisions, right? So they go into a subdivision and they build a bunch of houses, right? So just because you're getting, and all we're talking about here are people that are pulling, first of all, permits means I've simply just pulled a permit to build a house. It doesn't necessarily mean that I actually build the house, right? It's just a permit to build it. So I can cancel the permit and not build the house. So starts are another story here where basically I've started building a house, and that means that I'm in the initial phases of construction, etc. But a lot of those houses actually don't get built. Now, here's one other thing you need to know about the numbers. The other thing about these numbers is these are annualized numbers. We didn't build 1.29 million homes this month, right? This is what we have annualized. We take the number of homes we build this month, and then we multiply that by 12. There is always a very dramatic shortfall between what actually gets built versus these estimates. So there's a big reality difference between permit starts and completions is the number that you really want to look at.
Okay, and do you think this is going to affect renters, the renters nation that I feel like we're living in right now? I mean, a lot of people are asking that question too.
Well, yeah, and the answer is no, because again, these houses that are pulled for permitting and for building aren't necessarily for just for purchase. Houses are also built and then turned into rentals.
Okay.
So there's also that other factor, but yeah, we have the lowest level of home ownership since 1978, and the highest level of renters that we've had on record.
Yeah, these numbers to me are just so all over the place, and it really needs to be broken down in a certain way, kind of like you just did. So again, we're going to have some of this information on our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page. I did also want to add, Lance, as a result of this information today released, Treasury prices fell, pushing up yields today. The benchmark 10-year Treasury rose to 2.412%.
Yep.
We're going to have another update for you in just a couple of hours.
There you go. All right, Scarlett, we'll be back with that as well.